We've been selling fire alarm bells into the market for over 40 years, almost 45 years. The business started in the garage of my parents' house, and right back then, the only product that we were selling was fire alarm bells, imported from Japan at the time. It's called the ClamBell because if you look at the way that the bell opens and closes, it's a clamshell design. This is the first newly designed and newly manufactured fire alarm bell in Europe for a generation. The gong doesn't have a bolt going through the front, which every single other fire alarm bell does. The fact that you don't need to remove the gong from the bell for installation saves an incredible amount of time. We reckon we can get that bell onto the wall in around 2 minutes. We actually have 3 different versions. We have a shallow base for internal use, a deep base for surface wiring, and a proper, independently IP tested to IP56 by Intertek weatherproof base. The 2 key components to a really high quality and very reliable fire alarm bell are the gong and the motor. The motor we use is actually from the same manufacturer as the original bell that we used to import, but it's very, very high quality, very consistent manufacturing process. The gong is actually cast in a foundry in Doncaster, and we've spent a lot of time with Hallam Castings in Doncaster ensuring that the quality, the consistency, and the sound output and the sonorous tone of that gong is consistent on every single product.
Vimpex had obviously done a lot of work prior to even coming to us. They insisted cosmetically, this has got to look really good, no defects on the outer surfaces. So what we're trying to achieve is when it's cast, the actual bell gong itself is a really good solid casting. The metal cleansing, the pressures, the tool temperatures all come together to achieve the high quality frequency and the high end range that they need to achieve. The first most important bit in casting process is temperature. So we're looking at the temperature of the tool, the injection pressures, the actual timing of the first phase, the second phase, the third phase, which then impacts and actually pressurizes the casting during its solidification process and compresses it so it's a nice solid gong. We complete the machine the gateway using a diamond tip, and it is literally as if it has been made with no feed points. You've got to test product continually, every one ideally. So we've got a CMM coordinate measuring machine, CNC. So as they're coming out of the lathe, they can be measured. We use thread gauge for testing the thread quality. But then finally, the most important check is each bell will actually be tested for the ring quality before it goes to the next section. We run a feedback system where you do your testing, feedback in, then look for a change, and then continually keep checking. So it's a continuous improvement program. They're then delivered to the final processing area for the tumbling and final powder coating.
We've spent a lot of time and effort in developing a really efficient and really lean manufacturing process for the bell. We have a Kanban for bell gongs, which are delivered from the pad printing area directly to where the operative is assembling the bell. Everything is at arm's reach, meaning that packing the bell is just one step away from where it's been assembled. And we're quite excited because we can produce maybe 2 or 3 times the number of bells that we're selling today in that same bell cell, meaning that we've got plenty of room for expansion. And in actual fact, over the next 2 to 3 years, we do expect sales of bells to almost double. What we've got really here is a pretty good combination of features. High quality manufacture, of course, quality approvals with UL and LPCB. Really important is that control of our supply chain with people like Hallam Castings in the UK, and everything under our control here, manufactured and produced, assembled here at Vimpex in Essex.